Well, if you think robots are mainly the stuff of space movies, think again. Right now, all over the world, robots are on the move. They're painting cars, making cookies, driving trains, and even defusing bombs in Iraq. And as they grow tougher, nimbler, and smarter, today's robots are doing more and more things we can't or don't want to do, which is why educators are designing programs to include robotics in today's engineering curriculum, and in doing so, competing in national contests. Here's our Jessica Lowe.
Well, 8 Oklahoma teams were a part of 1,200 teams from across the world, battling it out in a regional robotics competition in Houston, Texas. Young people from around the country spent long hours building high-tech robots capable of performing specific tasks, while also warding off the attacks from other robots. I went to the Lone Star Regional Competition in Houston, Texas, and met up with some Oklahoma teams who were up for the challenge.
It's a game of intellectual sports. This high-energy competition tests the science, math, and engineering skills of high school students from across the globe who have built their own robots. And like any sporting event, things can get pretty intense. Several Oklahoma teams were giving it their best shot, and they say an event like this takes a lot of brain work.
Hard to just figure out what to do because we have so many people, we have a lot of different ideas. So we have to kind of form our ideas together to come out with one good machine.
And all of these teams have to follow certain criteria. After paying a $6,000 entry fee, they were given a kit of parts and only 6 weeks to build a fully functioning robot from the ground up.
Personally, I spent over 100 hours on it. Things like our launcher, I started that out of wood and then I gave that to another team, and then they took that and they came up with this. And we had our machine shop construct this out of aluminum and steel.
I'm the team mentor, and I've got probably 350 to 400 hours just during that 6 weeks. It's a tremendous time investment, and the students have that much or more invested in themselves.
And this was MooreNorman Technology Center's first time competing in the competition. And while they didn't win, they did learn a lot.
There's a lot of stuff that we've done here that you can't do in the class. In a classroom setup, we've had to work with a budget of time, weight, and monetary budget. We did really well for rookie teams.
And Oklahoma supporters are feeling good about our state's future. That's why team leaders are working to bring a regional competition to Oklahoma.
We'd be able to expose more students to this wonderful area of robotics training. They'd be able to understand the importance of it, what it means to them, and also what it means to the state of Oklahoma.
We have a shortage of scientists, we have a shortage of engineers, we have a shortage of programmers, and the only way that we're going to step ahead and stay a leading country in the world is by producing our thinkers. And these kids are thinking. This is the hardest fun that they'll ever have.
Making this robotics competition take all the guesswork out of planning a future career in engineering.
Now, Oklahoma teams are serious about bringing a regional competition to our state. But first, several things have to happen. In order to host this huge event, regional sponsors are needed to support the $125,000 cost. Also, Oklahoma has to come up with a minimum of 15 teams to compete in the competition. If schools are interested in starting a robotics team, they should contact the Oklahoma regional sponsor at okrobotics.org.